afternoon, everybody, from a sunny Manchester today. We've had lots and lots of snow, but today the sun's decided to appear. I'm just going to invite my lovely friend. I'm so excited for this interview with Carolyne. I'm not too sure whether she's in Canada or Florida at the minute, actually. But we'll soon find out. It's this lovely lady I met a couple of weeks ago in Manchester for one of our events, and we instantly just clicked. She shared her story, I shared my story, and she's just a huge inspiration to me. In such a small time, I didn't actually know her before, and this is what I absolutely love about this business, is you get to meet so many inspirational people, and this lady has reached some spectacular heights in her time with our partner company Isogenic. She's been with the company now, I think, for 14 years, and I'm not going to steal her thunder telling her story because I want her to tell that. So I'm just going to wait for it to go on. How is everybody today? Has the snow disappeared where you are, or is it still where you are? Because here it's gone, it's completely gone. We tend to get a little bit in Manchester, but it doesn't stay for long. Hey Debbie, hey Leanne, hey Maddie, where are you at the minute? I know you've been all over the world. I can't keep up with where you've been. Hey Andrea, hey Ed. If you want to invite some friends to this interview, feel free to. Arlene, really good. I'm working on EastEnders today. Wow. Oh, interesting. Hurry up, summer, Maddie. Yeah. I need some more sun on my back. I mean, it's nice. The sun is shining, but it's still absolutely freezing. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Sharon. Just checking that I have definitely invited her to. Yes. So once she gets the notification, she'll be on. Monday, I actually got mixed up, I'm going to admit, and this is where you don't have to be an absolute full of brains to do this business. I thought that Eastern time in America was 5 hours behind. I don't know why. And it isn't, it's 4. So it's 4 p.m. here, it's 12 noon over there. I just got back from Amsterdam. Turkey in 2 weeks. Oh wow. Whereabouts in Turkey? I went to Turkey last year. Absolutely love Turkey. We were in Fethiye. And one of my favourite places as well, Maddie, Amsterdam, was there a couple of weeks ago. We've got 2 trips coming up. One to Hawaii, which I'm super excited about. Just got my flight details today, which is going to be amazing. And then we get back, and then 5 days later, we're going across to the Maldives. So that's going to be, I mean, I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong, but to go so far west, is that right? Yeah. All the way to Hawaii, sort of 20 hours journey, and then come back, and then 5 days later across the other way to the east, is going to be pretty amazing. I'm looking forward to keep thinking about Hawaii, then I forget that I've got the Maldives as well. Istanbul, wow, that'll be lovely, absolutely lovely. What's everybody up to today? So a lot of you seem to be around, even though it's 4 p.m. I thought a lot of people were working. I think Caroline's just lighting us. So I'm just, here we go. I'm going to be bringing her on camera now.
Emma, can you hear me? Oh. Hey, Emma.
Hey.
Okay, this is all new for me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you,
all
yeah.
Right, I'm just going to turn my volume up here. Hang on.
I don't know why I got mixed up. I thought it was 5 hours difference.
Well, I think what happened is we changed our clocks last week, so I didn't check it either. So it's 4 hours time difference. But anyhow, we're here. We're a little bit late, everybody, but good things are worth waiting for, right, Emma?
For sure they are. Just having a chat to the guy. They're just saying that we've had lots of snow again.
Uh-oh.
But in Manchester, the sun is shining now and the snow's gone. So where are you at the minute? Because I know you have two homes. So
I'm in Florida, so it's hot and humid, and I have to put the air conditioning on, so I'm complaining about how hot it is today.
I've no sympathy for that. I'm sorry, but I'm dying to get in the sun. Got just saying 10 weeks till Hawaii. Cannot wait to be there. And then I was just saying, we come back. We've extended the stay a little bit. We're going a little bit early. We're coming back on the 4th of June, but then 5 days after, we're off to the Maldives. So, two amazing destinations in such a short time.
Nice.
So, thanks for joining me today. I've been super excited about this since we arranged it last week. So, I was probably just to start off, would you mind sharing your story with people? I've explained to people we met a couple of weeks ago. You're an absolute powerhouse in the network marketing industry and with our partner company, Isogenics, which you've been with for 14 years. But I didn't want to steal your thunder. I wanted you to be able to share your story with.
Oh no,
with
absolutely, absolutely. And you know what, Emma? I just love this business because Emma and I didn't know each other until a few weeks ago. I've been watching Emma and her success, and I flew over to Manchester because Isogenics has launched in the UK, and Emma is a powerhouse there. I actually want her to tell her story. But Emma, this is so new for you. You're not even a year into it, and you're already achieving so much success. And I'm so thrilled to see, go-getters like you that just catch the vision and jump on board and go for it. That's what I did 14 years ago, sort of. I didn't quite have the, get out of the start gate as quickly as you did, because Isogenics was not even a year old when we started, and they had launched in the US. And at that time, Kathy Coover and Jim Coover, the company owners, they had a little tiny office, 11 employees, and they used to, write hand checks, lick the envelopes, and send them out. And we heard about this, and I saw a poster of Carol Taylor's husband, Peter Ullman. He had lost like 30 pounds, so he looked like he was like 9 months pregnant. And next thing you know, he's like, whoa, he delivered the baby. And I saw that, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. I was very skeptical, even though I was looking for a way to reduce my weight, but I didn't want to be on a diet. So some of you who know me know that I was a flight attendant. I've retired 10 years now. I was a flight attendant for a major airline doing transatlantic flights, and I was exhausted all the time and eating that really great gourmet food on board the airplane, gourmet. And I was starting to gain weight. And we have a store in Canada, Emma, it's called Canadian Tire. Well, I had that around my midsection, and I thought, how do I get rid of this? How do I get healthy? I was 49 years old, approaching the 50-yard mark in life, and I was looking for a solution. And I saw a friend of mine, and I was like, wow, what happened to you? And she told me, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. But I was watching her. I was skeptical. Like, I was skeptical. Like, I don't know why I was skeptical. The answers are in front of you, but you're skeptical. So I saw her 3 months later, and I'm like, what? Did you do it with that product? She goes, yes. I said, fine, get me that product. That was in December 2003, Emma, and I haven't looked back since. I did my first program right through the Christmas season, and that's probably one of the most ridiculous times to start, right? But I had a reason. I couldn't fit into my uniform. So I thought, rather than give the company the money to buy a new uniform, I'm going to fix the contents of the uniform. And then something happened. Like, the girls, Susan Sly and my sponsor were telling me about how to share this. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm too busy, not interested, go away. But people started coming up to me, and I didn't have a huge weight loss story, but it was like, they were like, what's going on with you? I'm like, yeah, I had a mustache. It's gone. The whites of my eyes are whiter. So the light bulb went on, because I know you were in a previous network marketing company, and so was I. And I thought, whoa, this is not happening in my other company. People are not coming up to me and saying, what are you doing? I want to know. And that was a light bulb moment for me, but that light bulb took about 3 months to turn on. And I started sending the people. I said to my coach, who was Susan and my sponsor, I said, look, ladies, I'm too busy. I'm going to send you the people who are asking. And they started putting them sort of in this, in this little business of mine, and I was getting my products paid for, and I'm like, oh, another light bulb moment. Great, I love these products, and now I can get them paid for. And that's when I recognized that's the first step in the ladder, Emma, that if I could just help people get results and then help them get their products paid for, they're going to catch the vision. And that's kind of how my story started. And we didn't have all the stuff that's going on now, all the stuff that's helping, you guys get out of the gate fast. I mean, my first paycheck, Emma, are you ready? Are you sitting down? My first paycheck was $7. Woo! But you know what? It wasn't the money. It was what was happening with the people that I was introducing this to, who were like telling me, Carolyne, I don't know what's in this stuff, but I feel amazing. And so there's a little Chinese proverb that says, when you have been gifted something, and I was looking for so long for, maybe not so much a weight loss product, but a product to help me stay healthy. I wanted something that would fit into my lifestyle rather than me having to change everything, because that's what people do who go on a diet. They drastically change everything. And my message to people is, whatever you choose, even if it's not isogenics, whatever you choose, can you see yourself doing that for the rest of your life? Because Emma, I've been on these products now for 14 years. And today is Jimmy Smith's 90th birthday, and I posted some pictures. If you guys go to my website, he came to my house 14 years ago, and you see the picture of my husband, right? He's not having any of it. And so that vision, that's what we do, is we cast the vision to show people what's possible. And Emma, my mom is saying hi to you. My mom's 87, Yvonne. She's going, hi, Emma. And she's been on these products the same time as me. And the things that she can do, I'm amazed. Most people her age are slowing down, and their mental capability is slowing down. My mom is sharp. Like, I don't know what else she's taking, but she can remember things I can't even remember. So that's kind of it in a nutshell, Emma. And it's just repeating that and teaching other people to have quality of life.
So, you said, you love the products, you naturally started to share them with other people, so that in turn meant that you got your products paid for. At what moment did you realize the full potential of what this business could do for you? And when you did, what happened?
Well, that's a fantastic question. So, speaking of Jimmy Smith, I was 6 months using the product. I think, I'd earned a little bit of money getting my products paid for every month. And Jimmy Smith, he knew that, I'm a networker at heart. He knew I had spent 6 years in a previous company really putting my heart and soul into it. He knew the limitations of that company. And so he gave me the vision of what's possible here if I employed the same kind of effort I was in that company and did and applied that effort here in Isogenics. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And he invited me to an event, Emma. He invited me to my very first big national event. And I think there were not even 1,000 people in the room. And I thought, okay, I'll come and check out who you guys are, because I love the products. It's in Vegas. That's another plus. And I'm dating myself now. Gladys Knight and the Pips were going to be entertaining on stage. I'm like, yeah. Tom Jones was playing in Vegas. I go, well, let's go see that. But I thought, I can't go by myself. That's a lot of people. So I had enrolled, I don't know, like a handful of people. So I called up 4 of my girlfriends and I said, hey, this fella, Jimmy Smith, who you spoke with, he suggested we come to Vegas and check out this company. And I go, I'm not going by myself. You girls, you're coming with me. So I didn't even ask them. I go, you're coming with me. Let's go have a good time. Let's go find out who this company is. Let's meet the people who are making these amazing products, because we all felt great. And we're going to have a good time in Vegas. And that's when I caught the big picture. And I went there, Emma, with the idea of doing an assessment. So, professional athletes, they're in a team, maybe things aren't working out so well, they move on to other teams. So it's not that I loved the community. I love the people in this profession, but the business model, the ability to earn income was very limited because it was an old company, meaning it had been around for a few decades, and they could, and they were operating on systems that wouldn't allow them to update things the way a new company that was starting out. And some people may say, oh, a new company, you're taking a risk. I wasn't taking a risk. I knew the products worked. And my first I think my first method of like, oh, why would I do this, is to be in service to other people, Emma. I didn't come in here to earn a lot of money. I mean, I wanted to earn money, but that wasn't at the forefront of my mind. I thought, let me help people get results. They become walking billboards of Isagenix, just like I did. And people are just going to ask them. And when they ask them, you know, we'll help them out. You know how that all works. So that's when I got it, when I went to Vegas.
And then what happened then? What's been your success like?
Okay.
You said the money forefront, and I always say money isn't everything, but what money does when you do have it, it gives you a lot of choices and it changes your life in a lot of ways, doesn't it? So what's happened for you? How quick from you making that decision to go for it? Sort of what was the first sort of few years of that like?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, once I sort of get a hold of things, there's a little joke that people have given me a nickname in Isagenix, so I'm going to share it with the world. Now, some of you know it, some of you are going to laugh. I have lipstick on. I don't always have makeup on, but I always have lipstick on. So I got the nickname of Pit Bull with lipstick. Not Fifi or Frou-Frou, but, you know, because when I latch onto an idea, I'm not going to let go. I got the vision from Jimmy, and I just went out and I cast the vision for the people that came in. But first I had to show Emma that I don't want to be talking about people in, let's say, in Manchester or in the United States. I wanted to show people that an average person, flight attendant, mom, teacher, you know, not that they're average, but people that didn't have this, you know, skill set and all the degrees behind their names, right? So an average person with an extraordinary vision and willingness to do the work could have an extraordinary life. So I wanted to go about replacing my Air Canada income, which would then give me choices. Because at that time, Emma, I was like, I mean, you guys fly today, you know what it's like, right? So, you know, 10 years ago, 14 years ago when I started, I was tired. I've been flying for, you know, a couple of decades already. And I thought, I can't be a 65-year-old flight attendant. Like, that's just not in the picture. So my burning desire why I did this is I wanted to have possibilities of flying part-time, because who doesn't love to go to Hong Kong and shop, right? So I thought if I could go to Hong Kong twice a month, do my shopping, and then have the bulk of my time to build my Isagenix business, that would be a win. So I set a goal for myself to replace my Air Canada income. I did it in that next 6 months. Now, like I said, I was a slow start out of the gate. It took me about 6 months to get it, earning a little bit of money. I went to this event, got the big picture, recognized that there's something really special here. And I'm trying to read the chat and talk to you at the same time. And that's when I'm like, okay, the end of December of 2004, I need to be able to say to myself, okay, Carolyne, you put in a lot of effort. What are the results? And that's when my husband joined me. So if you look at my Facebook post and that picture of my husband, so you want to bring those people who are the naysayers, bring them onto your side. So he was a very successful businessman, and he took his company from 10 million to 100 million. So I'm thinking, this guy knows a little bit about business. So I said, help me. How do you make the talking turn into money? Right? Because I'm good at talking. How do you turn that into dollars and cents? So he gave me a track to run on and showed me, okay, if you help this many people do this, then you will generate some income. So it's not all based on the efforts of Carolyne, it's based on the efforts of Carolyne and like you, Emma, helping a whole bunch of other people, and as a result, you earn as a result of helping other people. And to me, I just love that, right? And the difference, again, I'm going to say the difference. There's lots of network marketing companies out there. And then I did my research. I recognized why I didn't have as much success in that company. And this is not to put anybody down. It's understanding what works today in today's environment with what you guys have. We didn't have social media. We had books and tapes that we gave out to people. I'm dating myself. And now everything is moving so fast. And this company, Isogenics, is poised to really take this model of business. And my husband helped me understand that, all of the stigmatism attached to network marketing is because people don't understand the model of business. And he had an old model of business. And he said, you guys, you just have to be the brand ambassador. The company does all the work. They manufacture the product. They ship the product to your customer. They collect the money from your customer. You don't have to do you don't have to touch any of that. I mean, if you look in the background, that's my inventory right there. Right? And they're all empty. And so he's the one that showed me this model of business, and he started to teach the people that we brought in, what's your goal? How much money do you want to earn? This is what you have to do. And Jimmy Smith gave me the formula. Who wants to know the formula?
We definitely want to know anything that Jimmy says. We want to know.
Okay, so he taught me this because I thought, I didn't know a lot of people, Emma, because I was in that job. We get on the plane, you flew with a bunch of people, and then you all went your own way. All right, so Andrea wants to know the formula. One person and Emma. All right, so Jimmy taught me this. He said, Carolyne, can you talk to 1,000 people in the next 365 days? I'm like, that would be a no, because I don't know how many people know 1,000 people. Well, I certainly did. I didn't. Some of you guys do because you're on Facebook. But remember, this was mouth to mouth, belly to belly, right? The olden days. And so I said, I don't know 1,000 people. He said, all right, I'm going to give you a formula. Can you speak to 3 people a day, and you decide how many days of the week you're going to do that? So he said, I'm going to tell you what happens if you speak to 3 people a day, 7 days a week. In 1 year, you will have talked to close to 1,000 people. And he prepared me for this, Emma. I wasn't prepared for this in my last business. He said, Carolyne, you're going to fail 90% of the time. I'm like, oh, great. I signed up for a business, so I'm going to fail 90% of the time. He said, when 10% of the people join you, that's 100 people that join your business. You're going to have created an incredible team. And when you employ that model of you and 2 people and you duplicate that out, that's, I don't know, somebody do the math, right? Flunked math in school.
Well, I've got some math that actually relates to that, because I've worked out that in 12 months, near 12 months, that I've personally enrolled about 130 people. And I think I've spoke to about 1,000 people.
You see?
I've got nearly 3,700 people.
Unbelievable.
So,
and
does it work?
It works. And I think what it is you pick the number. And Jimmy said to me, you pick the number. How many people, how many days, this is what you're going, this is the result. Well, I actually failed really badly. I engaged with about 28 people who partnered with me. But what I did with all those 28 people is I asked everybody for 5 referrals based on the fact that I was going to coach them through this program. So at the end of that year, I had 1,000 people in my downline. So it's the key to success is doing a little bit of the same thing consistently. That's what I took away from Jimmy. Just do whatever it is, but just keep doing it and don't give up. And I thought, 1 out of 10 people are going to say yes to me. So I was prepared for that, because in my last company, I was like, I wasn't prepared for people saying no to me. I'm like, oh, what's the matter with me? There's something wrong with me. I'm not smart enough, pretty enough, tall enough, blah, 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 all that stuff, right? All that stuff in your head. So that, along with investing in personal development, because I'm somebody, Emma, if you were making your list of who you wanted to talk to and rate your top 10, I wouldn't have made your list. I was not that person that somebody'd say, hey, I want Carolyne on my team. So my rise to fame was a little bit slower. I had a little more work to do, but I was willing to put in the work because I saw the prize of freedom. I saw the prize of what kind of life I could have. I saw the prize of getting out of that airline business. So I, put all my heart and soul into it. But Emma, I want to ask you, I'm going to turn the tables around a little bit because Emma and I did a little Facebook Live, and I had set my alarm that morning and I didn't have the volume turned up. So we did this great Facebook Live and nobody could hear anything. So Emma, it's not even a year ago. So I started 14 years ago. You started a year ago. You've already rocket shipped to multiple six figures. What did you see here? Because you were with another company. You also, I don't know how many years you put into that company. What did you see and why did you transition over to Isagenix?
So I was with my previous company for exactly 4 years. I actually sort of moved exactly 4 years on. I learned a lot of skills. I like yourself, and the word I use is I've got grit. I'm somebody I'm hardworking. Nothing phases me, even through personal challenges. I'm somebody who stays consistent. I do those 3 conversations every day. I just do it. And it came a point where I wasn't getting duplication within my team. My goal has always been, like, how can I help the average person to earn an extra $300 to $500 or pounds a month? And that wasn't happening largely in my team, and that was concerning me because people couldn't duplicate what I was doing. I was having to get a lot of new customers. I mean, like 60 new customers a month to keep my income where it was.
60?
It was a job. I was getting in the last 12 months, I was getting between 40 to 60 new customers every single month. So a lot of the effort was still coming from me 4 years in, and that didn't feel right to me because I knew I had the skills, I knew I had the work ethic, and it was only when I saw, by chance, in Vegas, at a GoPro convention, some great speakers. One was Susan Sly. I can't remember who the 2 people were, but they inspired me. Looked on my Google, Susan Sly, where's she from? And this same name, Isagenix, kept appearing, kept coming up. So I was naturally intrigued. First thing that I saw was amazing products and an amazing range of products that are suitable and can solve anybody's problems, whether it be weight management, weight loss, healthy aging, energy performance. So that attracted me, and I looked. No compromised ingredients, no compromised products. If it's not right for the customer, it isn't right for the associate. I loved everything that I saw about the products. Then when I saw the business model, I was in a company which was multi-level networking, which for those who know how that looks, it's very much you paid dependent on what level you are. You want to get paid so many levels deep. You have to build very wide. People build on their own. And the model that then I was shown with Isagenix just blew me away. The fact that I could, I don't have to build 2 teams. I could create earn from unlimited depth, volume evenly flowing up. And my mentor, Zach and Eden Slovin, I eventually got on a call with them. It took me 4 weeks because I was still not sure. I was comfortable, I suppose, where I was, and I was comfortable earning the money I was earning, and it was going to be a difficult decision to move. Anyhow, jumped on a call with Zach and Eden, and Zach just went like this, and he went, Emma, with the efforts that you're putting in, I'm telling you now, you would absolutely kill this marketing plan. And what better time, a company that's proven itself, across in America, Canada, Australia, 13 other countries, that is launching in my home market. I'm an ex-personal trainer. It just was me. It was just the right fit for me. So I made a phone call to my husband, and I said, would it be okay if I walked away from my company? I've seen something that I know I can accelerate. I can basically, leverage myself more and quickly. I thought I could do that. But it would mean I have no income. It'd mean that I'm going to have to drop 5 months of income, which is 60% of our household income. And Cameron just said, you know what, go for it. If I'm honest, I don't know how we managed, but we did. For 6 months, we managed on literally just covering our bills and being able to eat. And I just got to work. I just got to work in January, and then in the May we launched. We launched 4 weeks later than expected, and I hit 4-star crystal, 4-star Golden Circle crystal executive on day 4 of the market opening. With not far behind an executive of my own, and now I've got 2 executives, and we've just had another executive pop in the Netherlands, Esther and Tom, who are incredible out there. So my business is going to countries that I didn't know people in, but somebody brought somebody in 6-7 levels deep, and I've got this amazing team in the Netherlands. We're going to be moving to Belgium, and like you say, in 12 months. And this is just a start. I've not got started yet.
So Emma, I want to comment on some things that you said. And these all go back to, it's interesting because it's Jimmy's birthday today, right? Because I asked Jimmy, he was 73 or 74 when he started in this company. And and I was like, why at 74 would you leave a company where you are already having success and come to a company that's unknown? And he said, Carolyne, just like you said, Emma, he said, you know, I think you and I, if we had one product, we could go out there and make a success with it. It was just dependent on us and our effort. And Jimmy said that. He said, as a top networker, I can do this. I can build a business. But the people that I brought in are not earning the income. He said, I didn't come to this business to be a super rock star. I came because I wanted a vehicle where people could step up and have the life that they wanted. And so he said the same thing, Emma, that, you know, what Zach and Eden shared with you, based on your efforts and what you were doing, you will rocket ship up. And for those people who who don't know the network marketing model, because I've seen some people jump on here, when Emma says she became a 4-star in 4 days, which is ridiculous. I think that's a record, Emma. And Emma's the #1 income earner in the UK. Emma jumped to a multiple 6-figure income in 4 days. And that's because she set up the structure ahead of time. And so all those people were ready because of her vision. And you know, that vision that Jimmy has been passing the torch, you see, and now it's gone to Zach, Susan, to Zach, to you, to me, to you. And now we're passing that legacy on to people, that if you are in a position in life, and I love what our pastor said yesterday, it's because you can't see what's in front of you, but you've got people who can see for you, right? And so if you're in a place like Emma was, where she could see something, but she was a little bit afraid because she was comfortable, but she knew something big. She was meant to do and be something bigger than she was. And it required Emma taking that leap of faith. And some of you, it may require you to take that leap of faith to a place where you can't see it, but there are visionaries ahead of you. Jimmy was a visionary for me, and he poured belief into me the way Zach and Eden are pouring belief into you. And I mean, you couldn't be partnered with a more incredible couple. The first time I saw them speak, I called up Kathy Coover and I go, you got to put these two on the stage because they're unbelievable. And I could see for Zach and Eden the visionaries that they were going to be. So we're just passing the torch, but it comes from, where's your heart? It comes from here, not from here. So if some of you are listening, you may be intimidated by Emma's story, but she is that grit girl. When she latches onto something, she knows she's got something special here, and she wants to take a whole lot of people with her. So I celebrate you, Emma, and I'm thrilled that in this model of business, in a typical model of business, people may, you know, we'd be competitors and we wouldn't share our secrets. But here, meet Emma. I want to meet her team. I want to know what she's doing. Like, I've never done this before, so Emma's teaching me how to do a Facebook Live, you know. So Emma, my hat's off to you, and I salute you for everything that you're doing and the pathway that you're clearing for the people that are coming in contact with you.
Of course, it's I mean, I just started this out just to for myself, just to earn. 5 years ago, my previous company, just to earn an extra couple £100. So the amount of people, sitting there now thinking, well, an extra £300 to £500 a month would be absolutely fab, and that's all it was for me. It was just to plug that gap. When you've got too much month at the end of the money,
Mm-hmm.
you get paid at month and by a weekend, you've paid all your bills and there's no money left. I just wanted that extra bit of money that I could do the things that maybe I couldn't do and I couldn't say. But for those who have got like a vision of changing the life, being able to live your life like you and I do now, and I'm obviously nowhere near where you are, but I will be. I'm going to keep working.
You'll be there in no time at all, Emma.
You can create. I mean, you're there now in Florida, and you choose to be in Florida because Canada's cold. You want to be in the sun, and that is a choice, and that's what this business has given you. And that's for those people who want more to like being owned by a job, whether it's your own business or you're being paid to work for somebody else and make them a load of money, like I was in my career before network marketing. You can really condense a 40-year career by working like I've done and like you did for 4 or 5 years, speaking to 3 people a day, sharing the vision. You can then condense that so that you never have to work a traditional day's work in your life again, can't you?
And Emma, what did you do in your previous life?
So I was a retail manager. A big company over in the UK is called Next. We have like women's wear, men's wear, children's wear. They sell homewear. A really good sort of company here in the UK that's all across the country. It's in some other countries as well. And I was a store manager. I'd done like recruitment roles, training roles, and then I was the store manager for about seven years.
And so that's and so that's a life that's, you can only earn so much money. And if you wanted more money, you had to do something else. But you also became a personal trainer.
Yeah, so I got fed up of being owned by a job, not having money holidays. I used to get my wage slip at the end of the month, and I didn't open it because it always said the same thing. It rarely said. Sometimes I got little bonuses here and there, but generally it said the same thing. I got fed up of just having a boss, having a commute, having an alarm clock. I wanted to do something on my terms, and I didn't know network marketing existed. If I'd have known it, I would definitely have looked it out. And I then began to I trained a 6-week course, I think it was, to become a personal trainer. Again, invested some money. That was another phone call to Cameron, actually. That's the second phone call he had when I left my other business. Can I become a personal trainer because I'm fed up with what I'm doing? But that was hard work as well, because being self-employed, unless you are working, so unless I was training a client, then I wasn't earning money. So it took a lot of hours up, and I was 36, I wasn't, 20, 21, 22, I was 36 with a teenage daughter, and it wasn't much fun. It wasn't much fun at all. And I just, again, by chance, network marketing fell in my lap, and I just used some products, started sharing it. That £200 to £300 a month started coming in, and then I saw the vision, a bit like you did. I went to an event, saw the vision of, wow, I need some more people sharing with me. So my customers began sharing, things started to take off. But all I did when I moved across to Isogenics is I simply upgraded the vehicle I was in. I'm still me. I'd learned the skills. I'm thankful to that company. I made lots of friends. I had lots of good times. But like you said, I was meant for something different, and I do believe in the law of attraction, and the universe brings things to you. And that trip to Vegas, for the 4 of us girls who were there, it was meant to be.
Well, I'm reading in the chat, and Ashley says, and now you can afford an oven cleaner.
Yeah, so he comes and cleans my oven for me. He's coming tomorrow, actually. So
I love it. But
I learned that quite early on. Well, if I can pay somebody to do something that they do and give them some business, and I can carry on building my business, and it's worth it. So cleaner, gardener, I'm sort of switched on to that now, so I'm free to build my business.
Absolutely. And you said something really important, Emma. you were looking for something. You were fed up with that, you knew what your paycheck was. You didn't even open it. And, we were grateful for the income that we had coming in for a job. I was grateful for that job. I loved being a flight attendant, but things shifted and changed. And Susan Sly is always teaching us that, when the landscape changes, you got to change with it. Otherwise, it's going to swallow you up. And Emma said something really important. She was looking. And so that's where I feel I have an obligation to tell people about this, because I don't know who's out there that's looking for an answer and is frustrated like Emma was. And then she became a personal trainer, and that was a little box she had to live in. And so I'm grateful that the lady that spoke to me, a colleague of mine, had the courage to tell me about this. And at the time, Emma, my husband was in a great job. He was the president, CEO of his company. We had moved into an executive home. We had all of the trappings of a good life. And one day, boom, it all went away. He was, his company was downsizing. The economy tanked in Japan, and they just came in, chopped his job. But the thing is, we didn't go out and tell everybody, oh, our lifestyle's changed. We've lost all this income. I've taken a 20% cut in pay with my flight attendant job. Just like you guys, you said, I don't know how, how my hubby and I made it, but I don't know how we made it through that time, but I was praying for an answer. And so there are people out there who are praying for an answer, and we have to have the courage to just let people know what's available. And there's a trainer in isogenics, Emma, you may or may not know of him, Lenny Evans. I stole this from him. People ask me, what do you do? I say, I educate people. I educate people about something they may not be aware of. You then decide, is this for you? If you do, then we support you. So we educate, you decide, we support you. And I tell people about the whole thing. Because if somebody had just told me about a bunch of products and I'd gone along using them and they didn't have the courage to tell me that I could make some money, I don't know where I would be today, Emma. And I know, I don't know where you'd be today, right? You'd be, miserable, approaching your 50s and unhappy. And so we have a gift to give people. If you're on this call and you're listening, this is, go out and share with people what you found, you guys. This is so special.
So many people just, because they don't know anything else is out there, it's just accept that that's what you do. You go to school, you go to college, get some qualifications, or you go and get a job at that point, and then just accept that you work till 65 and that's just the way it is, and it isn't. And I just want to ask you a question about how you feel about the world changing, because it is, isn't it? People are earning money very differently. I know you said when you started this it's very different, and the power of social media now, but I was just saying to somebody the other day, you can do everything online, and that's why, in my local town, it's only a small town, banks are closing down, the travel agents are closing down, because everybody books the holidays, the vacations online. Just lots of different businesses are closing down, and I worry that, we've just had a big Toys R Us in over here, just all closed down. I mean, 3,000 jobs, I think they said. What do you think about, how the world is changing? That people need to move with it, don't we?
Well, again, I'll go back to this. This is a great book for some of you who are looking for how do we move into the future, right? It's called Sun Tzu, The Art of War. And it's, what do you do when the landscape changes? If we cannot change and adapt to the landscape, we get swallowed up, right? And so here's what this is where we're headed, Emma. This is the you economy. It's going to depend on you. Right? So here's a business, I call it, and David's on this call. You've met David Fellows. I said to him, David, you received your box of hope. So in that box of products, it's not just about products. It's about it's a hope and a vision for what's possible to you, possible for you. Because if you look at, when I go places now, I look at Airbnb. The largest availability of hotel rooms, yet they don't own any hotels. Uber, when I get somewhere, I got Uber on my app. The largest fleet of cars, but they don't own any cars. So the traditional business where you report into a building and you clock in and you do so many hours. That is all changing. And so the adaptation is, this is what, you know, my husband prepared me for this 14 years ago. This is you've got this gift. Now you can go out and share it with people, and you can generate income by helping those people. You know, what is it they want? Just like you, Emma. I have a lot of moms in my team who just want $300 or $400. I have people in my team just want to be customers. And then I have a few people in my team want to have a significant income. So it's serving people where they're at. So let's go out and spread the word.
So your business now, 14 years on, and you said a year in, you had a team of 1,000 people. How many of those did you say you'd personally brought in, did you say?
I enrolled 28 people in my first year.
So you brought 28 in, and it grew from, you know, other people bringing other people in to 1,000. 14 years on, what's that number look like now? I can only imagine.
80,000 people, Emma. 80,000.
And how many countries do you get paid from?
That's my husband's department. I don't even look. I just say, okay, yeah, are we good? Can we cross this threshold? So yeah, we're, you know, now in the UK, and we're in Australia, and we have a team in Hong Kong. And, you know, again, I'm not there. I mean, I just happen to come to Manchester because it's a new, you know, a new region. But yeah, I have people in all different markets, probably markets I don't even know of, right? So having a global, I know, it's crazy, right?
Wow. So just to finish the interview, and well, probably both could answer this, what is your vision with yourself and with our company, you know, for the next few years?
Well, first of all, I'm excited to partner with people like you and to meet, you know, go-getters like you, because Emma, I'm going to tell you, when I came to Manchester, that was like a spark, because sometimes we've been in a business a while and we get a little bit complacent. When I went there and I saw the people in that room, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a little reminder of what's possible. So I'm excited about being, you know, the launch of Europe. I'm excited for the new people coming in and what's possible for you. And when I said I'm more excited today than when I started 14 years ago, because I know what's possible. I know that this is a billion-dollar company that has a huge mission to empower people to better health, or to empower people to take charge and say, you know what, I'm locking arms with you and I want to earn this much money, and then we're going to just show you how to do it. And it's possible. My hashtag is it's possible, right? And I'm 63, Emma. You know, people may say, well, don't you want to slow down? And I go, and do what? Like my lifestyle right now, you guys see me on Facebook. I play golf on Tuesdays and Thursdays and one day on the weekend. I'm in the gym. I mean, today I got a little dressed up for you, but most of the time when I'm doing my Facebook Lives, I got like gym hair and I'm all sweaty and everything. I run home and do a Facebook Live. But I'm in the gym like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes on Saturday morning. And so, and in between, I weave in my isogenics business, because that's the way life should be, right?
You just naturally share it with whoever you come across in day-to-day life. It's not a job, is it? Oh.
That's a word. That's a word, Emma, we have to throw out. There's no such thing as a job anymore. If you're in a job, it means you're in a box where, you know, you can't get out, right? So I want people to have a legacy life, and I have a gal in my team. That's her team name, Legacy Life, and I'm borrowing it.
I mean, my vision's similar to yours. I'm just super excited. You know, we've not even begun in the UK yet. You know, sometimes I speak to people now and they'll say, oh, but you got involved 10 months ago. I'm like, yeah, we've not even scratched the scratch. Like, I don't know the exact figure, but I think about 13,000 people strong in the UK. That is nothing. We have 65 million people here. We've expanded into Europe. And I'm just excited. I get excited when I meet people like me who, you know, are just so passionate and see the vision. And I'm excited for the people I've not met yet.
Yes.
And the people who are going to come in, you know, and be an isogenics millionaire like you. That's what I'm excited that there's going to be people. There's people walking around now. It might be people on this call who haven't even thought about it yet, but they'll end up in this company and just completely and utterly changing their life, because we are you know, our vision is to become the largest health and wellness company in the world, and I'm no doubt we're gonna just get further and closer to that goal as we go along.
Absolutely. Well, I think we've covered a lot of territory today, Emma, and I can't wait to see you and work with you. And thank you for teaching me something new today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for joining me. Thanks everybody for jumping on. You know, it's for us it's 4 p.m. for you it's noon, so I'm sure there'll be a lot more people as we progress through the day jump on. So I'll pop back and see the comments. So thank you very much, and I will see you. I'll see you very soon, I'm sure.
Bye, everyone.